You know, when we think of love, real, everlasting love, there's one symbol that seems universal: a sparkling diamond. It's there in engagement rings, in movies, in advertisements, in proposals across the world. But what if I told you that this connection between diamonds and love wasn't actually natural at all? What if it was created carefully, deliberately, and brilliantly by one company? This is the story of how De Beers turned a simple stone into the ultimate symbol of romance. It begins in the late 1800s in South Africa, where massive diamond deposits were discovered. Before this, diamonds were rare, really rare. But now, suddenly, thousands were being pulled out of the ground. If diamonds became common, their value would collapse. So, a group of businessmen, including Cecil Rhodes, formed a company, De Beers Consolidated Mines, to control the entire diamond supply. And they didn't just control a little bit, they controlled almost everything. They bought mines, restricted how many diamonds could leave the market, and created a sense of scarcity. In reality, diamonds were far more common than people were led to believe, but hardly anyone knew this. But there was still one big problem. People didn't really care about diamonds. They weren't an everyday part of love or marriage. Engagement rings existed, sure, but they were made of various gems, not necessarily diamonds. So, De Beers asked a bold question. How do we convince the world that a diamond is something every couple needs? Enter the 1930s. The Great Depression hit the economy hard. Diamond sales dropped. De Beers needed something powerful, something emotional to bring them back. They hired an American advertising agency, N.W. Iyer, and together they planned one of the most influential marketing campaigns in history. Their strategy wasn't just to advertise diamonds. No, their plan was to rewrite culture, to create a new story that tied diamonds to love itself. They started by placing diamonds right where emotions were strongest: Hollywood. Movie stars were shown wearing luxurious diamond rings. Actresses were casually photographed receiving diamond gifts. Storylines, publicity, red carpet moments, all were subtly filled with sparkling stones. The message wasn't shouted, it was whispered into society through glamour. Diamonds equal romance. Diamonds equal status. Diamonds equal love. But the real masterstroke came in 1947. A simple line, just 4 words: "A diamond is forever." This slogan didn't just promote a product, it created a feeling. A diamond is forever, like your love. It implied durability, purity, permanence. That slogan embedded itself into culture so deeply that even people who don't remember where they heard it still believe it. Now, something fascinating happened. Because De Beers controlled supply, they knew one important thing. Diamonds don't have resale value. Once you buy one, selling it again gets you significantly less money. That's a problem, unless you convince people to never sell them. And that's exactly what A Diamond is Forever did. It made diamonds emotionally priceless. You don't sell love. You don't sell memories. Suddenly, a stone with little market resale value became a treasure no one wanted to give up. Next, De Beers pushed the idea of the engagement ring as mandatory. Their ads asked men, "How can you prove your love?" Their answer? With a diamond. They even introduced the now famous rule: spend 2 months' salary on an engagement ring. This wasn't a cultural tradition, it wasn't a romantic custom, it was an advertisement. But people believed it, and within a generation, diamond rings became a standard, first in America, then spreading globally. By the 1960s and 70s, demand exploded. De Beers expanded their campaigns into Japan, a country where engagement rings weren't even part of the marriage tradition. Yet by the 1980s, thanks to marketing, more than half of Japanese brides were receiving diamond rings. That's the power of the story De Beers sold. Not just a ring, not just a purchase, but a declaration of eternal love. But behind this beautiful image was a much harsher reality. Throughout the 20th century, De Beers maintained near total control of the diamond industry. They restricted supply, stockpiled millions of carats, and influenced prices worldwide. Diamonds weren't rare because nature made them rare. Diamonds were rare because De Beers made them rare. Of course, things eventually changed. New mines in Canada, Russia, and Australia began operating independently. Awareness about ethical concerns, especially so-called blood diamonds, challenged the industry. De Beers' monopoly weakened. New competitors emerged. Lab-grown diamonds became more accessible. But despite all these changes, the emotional impact remains. When someone proposes today, most people still instinctively think of a diamond ring. Not because diamonds are ancient symbols of love, not because they're infinitely rare, but because one company spent decades teaching the world to believe exactly that. So the next time you see a diamond sparkling under the light, on a ring, in a shop, in an advertisement, remember the story. A tiny stone from the earth became a global symbol of love, not through tradition, but through one of the most successful marketing campaigns in human history. De Beers didn't just sell diamonds, they sold a dream, a forever dream.